Hello everyone, this is legitimately the most amount of times I have tried to record an episode of the podcast. It is quite late today because of everything that's happened, and hopefully things do not go weird again. Hopefully we're all good, and hopefully OBS doesn't have a meltdown, my computer doesn't have a meltdown like it did earlier whilst I was mid-recording. So just the updates as usual. I'm getting busier. We are starting the crowdfunding and the promotion of the film that we're working on. So, as an editor, a lot of my job at the moment is editing all of that promotional material and getting stuff like logos, images, branding, that kind of thing. Good to go, ready to go. And yeah, that's taking up a lot of my time at the moment. I'm still working on stuff. I have all of the matches for the end of year awards recorded. I have some of the Invictus matches recorded. I'm basically trying to get as much done at the end of year awards as possible before I know who wins, before the submissions are closed and I can be like, okay, here's who's winning, so I can then make the winners graphics and start typing and writing and recording all of the acceptance speeches. But, you know, not a lot, in all honesty. So let's just get on with the podcast. First off, experimenting with content. You guys have seen it this year. I have definitely strayed away from conventional core and what a lot of people assume is a core show. You know, weekly show format, you know, so many matches, all of that stuff. And I feel like I've strayed even further. I'm doing something that I don't really see a lot of people in the field doing, and that is creating shorts specifically for shorts. You know, I know people in core use shorts, but they just take clips of their shows. And I wanted to do something different because I wanted to see whether or not it works. And so far, it's doing alright, actually. It's bringing eyes to the product. It's bringing eyes to the channel. I've started using TikTok and Instagram to promote stuff as well. You know, I think it's going well. I won't know just yet because I've only been doing it for a little bit, like a couple weeks. But, you know, it's gonna take a little bit longer than that to truly figure out if it is working, and if so, how well is it working and how can I improve. But it's definitely a very interesting time, and it's definitely something that, you know, I'm enjoying working on. It's very good because, again, relating it back to real life, the film I'm working on, I've just been entrusted to start working on the shorts content for that, for the promotional stuff. So, me learning shorts a couple weeks ago and kind of learning how to get them done and how to get them done in the most optimal time, has been very good and very well timed, actually. So, you know, that's really, really good, and I'm enjoying making them, so expect a lot more. Expect more than just CEW stuff. Expect more than just core stuff. I want to talk about just wrestling in general. There's a few ideas that I have. Only thing I will say is, just from working on some shorts and working on both of them for the channel and obviously for the film, I've learned that YouTube will not class anything as a short, even if you have it at the format, if it's over a minute. So, anything that's over a minute, you will have to go over to either Instagram or TikTok to view, as a short, because there are some think pieces I want to work on. There are some slightly bigger shorts that I want to do, and if that's what it takes, then that's what I'm gonna have to do. You know, I'm not releasing it as just a video because that won't do well, and that's just the nature of the beast. Much rather put it on a platform where it is going to be promoted, put forward to a bunch of other people, because, you know, as much as I always say, hey, I do this for the passion, it's nice to have people, you know, look at your work. It's nice to have people acknowledge your work and appreciate the work that you put into it. So I'm gonna put the content that works on the right platforms, and that's just it, you know. You're getting tired, Byron Thoughts, today, because, like I said, it's late, and I just wanted to get this done so I could get this out today, technically, because it's like midnight. So let's just get on with the big thing, how to make an awards show. And I'm very scared because this, my friends, is where it crashed last time. I have no idea what caused it. My computer just said nope and just crashed. So hopefully we can get through it this time. How to make an awards show, or making an awards show. It's a pretty simple process, but I know a lot of people probably wonder about shortlists, you know, all of that stuff. And I'm here to tell you, at the end of the day, if you're doing it for your company, you're the owner. At the end of the day, your shortlist is final. You're the one that sees the day-to-day stuff. You're the one that knows your characters inside and out. You're the one that should know your roster better than anybody. So your word should be final. However, always add another option. Always add the option to have people choose their own, pick. So have the option to say other and then specify who they mean. Trust me, it will save you tons of time in the future. It'll actually save you a lot of hassle if you forget to add someone that people really, really like. So I'll just kind of go over my process when it comes to making a shortlist. Few credentials, really, for anything to do with singular wrestlers or teams, impact over the year, win-loss record, what have they actually done in terms feuds and storylines and stuff. Have they won belts? Have they been in title matches? High caliber matches, that kind of thing. Then for debut of the year, I really just look at every single one I've done and think about what 5 are my favorites. Match of the year, this year we did something a little bit different. I used the Discord. Once again, promoting the Discord for another month. Just letting you know, link in description. It's a good place. You're gonna learn stuff way faster if you join the Discord. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I post a lot of announcements on there, and at the speed I upload the announcements, I don't think any other platform would really be too happy about that. But, we move. So, on the Discord, there is actually a match of the year candidate section. It wasn't used as much as I had hoped, but makes sense. Not everyone's gonna chip in, and that's perfectly fine. It meant that I was a bit more free to just pick my own options and pick what I wanted to do. There were ones where wrestlers overlapped. So, for example, in the actual match of the year candidate section, the Rock and Rave Experience were nominated, and they got 2 votes each on 2 of their matches, so technically both of those should have been on the list, but I wanted to narrow it down to 1, because I didn't want to just, favor a certain, team or person because they just had incredible matches. I wanted to try and get as many people involved in Match of the Year as well. Wrestler of the Year, as in overall Wrestler of the Year, I just let everyone decide that themselves. I could, in theory, do a diplomatic thing, find some way of when you get there, it's your pick for male Wrestler of the Year and female Wrestler of the Year, and you have to pick between those two, and Tag Team of the Year as well. So it'd be a freeway pick, but I don't know how I would go about doing that. Maybe that's something I'll do next year. I don't know. I'm always learning when I'm doing this stuff. And I guess, the big thing again is just remember that this is for fun. This is for shits and giggles, really. Every year I feel like people worry about it too much. They panic about it too much, especially when, you're in a bigger fed or, that kind of stuff. And, you're like, oh, I'd really like to be Wrestler of the Year for this promotion. At the end of the day, what you have to remember is that it's always going to boil down to popularity. I'm just going to be outright and say it. I make these shortlists with popularity in mind. That's why I pick 5 of the most, talked about wrestlers, be them face or heels, because popularity. I could literally put, I don't know, Johnny Hercule, who everyone in my circle absolutely loves him. I could put him in a poll with 4 jobber characters that I made, and he would steamroll. That's just how it is. So, you know, when you are making those shortlists, just remember, it is very much a popularity contest, so if you don't want someone to absolutely steamroll the votes, pick popular people. Pick people who's going to make it a very, very interesting race, because I can tell you right now, we have a week left in the poll, so, you know, go ahead and check out that small little 25-second video, I think it is, on the channel, just for the Google form. Or I'll probably just leave a pinned comment, just somewhere on in the comments of this video, I guess. It's late, man. I'm sorry. I'm stumbling over my words here, but I'll probably just leave a pinned comment just with the Google form. So if you haven't voted yet, and you didn't even know that the voting was open, go ahead and just check that out, because yeah, you know, it's still very, very close. Every vote counts. I'm not even joking. Like, at this point, at this stage of the game, votes can very much sway awards. And with a week to go, you could always make my job a little bit more difficult. Maybe make a couple ties, so I have to make more graphics and maybe even more speeches. I don't know. It's up to you guys. I think that's really it. This is going to be a really, really short one, because I've tried recording this multiple times, and the first time was before I even uploaded any of the shorts, so that was a stupid idea. And then the second time was today, and everything just went wrong, and my computer decided to fucking freeze. Yes, I swore today. It's just been a rough one, but I just wanted to get this podcast out because I've got no other time to do it. Because again, things are starting to pick up. Christmas is literally around the corner, so, you know, I've got a lot of stuff to do before Christmas, and I can just relax for a week or two, maybe even a little bit more throughout January, and then, yeah, that'll be it. So, thank you all for listening. This has been the podcast. I've been Byron, and I'll see you all next time.